Hey everybody, it's Baxstone, and I'm pretty sure you know who I am. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about something which a lot of people have been sort of like ignoring and should sort of like really consider it like personally, not through like the news that you've been seeing all over. Um, in over like a couple 2 weeks, I have lost almost I've lost several amount of like friends. And just yesterday, that is the reason why you can tell my eyes are sort of like not okay, because I naturally have like really white eyes. It's genetic with my family. It's because I was crying almost all night because I received the news like one of my young close friends died. My young close friends died, and I thought like enough is enough. Enough is enough. We have to address this. Um, from what I've gotten, cause I wasn't apparently like really worried about him, cause he seemed to be very okay. He seemed to be very okay every time that I met him. Every time that we hung out, he seemed to be very okay. I'm not gonna speak about his name. Probably like people who know him actually know that he is deceased and all that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna say his name just for the family's sake because this is still raw. Because he died very recently as yesterday, and the death wasn't a natural one. It was due to suicide, and from what I've known as a human being, in as much as I've studied, I don't want to like disclose my educational level and all that kind of stuff because I've pursued so many educational levels for people that have known me for a long time. I've pursued so many. Um, what I know is that suicide is a result of depression, and depression is it could be a factor of so many things. It could be like genetic, it could be like due to drug use, it could be like through life disappointments and all that kind of stuff. It could be through a lot of like reasons. And I had my fair share of like depression. I had my fair share, and most of like the closest friends that I've ever had, you know, have died through that kind of like thing. And I am 26. I'm turning 26 this year. There were like so many moments in my life where I should have like died myself. I should have like committed suicide. I should have like, hung myself. I should have like, done all the overdosed and all that kind of stuff. I should have done all that. But one thing that has stopped me from doing that is talking to people. Talking to people who understand. Please, if you're depressed, if you're going through something that is terrifying you, that is like putting you into like a mental state where you feel like you have no hope, talk to somebody. I've talked to people. They're in as much as this world sucks. They're like they're I'm sorry to use this word because I know this initially was supposed to be like a live video. They're like assholes in this world. There are people who like tell you that you're weak, you're like stupid. Mental health is like something that is like very crucial. Those same people that tell you that you're weak are actually like they've dealt with that thing, but they've gotten stronger, and then they feel like have you a weak person and hasn't gone through the process that they've gone through, you know because like they've gone through that process. They've gone through the process of being weak. They've gone through the process of adjusting, and then going very like stronger about it. And then they've gone so strong to the point where like they have forgotten about the part where like they were weak, you know. So for me, personally, I'm at the point where like I don't think I will go beyond the point where like I get so strong enough to not address somebody when they're weak, when they're at their weakest point, you know. Weak doesn't mean that you're you're like somebody undesirable. It just means that you're at a vulnerable state in your life where either when either you need help. You need help, you know. You need help. And that weakness doesn't show that you're not gonna get stronger. You will get strong when you like get help. When you sort of like tell yourself that tomorrow will be a better day. Tomorrow will definitely get better, because you're gonna go through like a lot of like trials and tribulations in your life, just like I've only been here in my life for 25 years. In a couple of months I'll be 26. That's not even enough, because like the people that I've talked to that have stopped me from doing all that use that unspeakable stuff told me that I am still young. I am still very young, and I still have time to like change myself, change life, redesign this. As long as you're still breathing, you still have hope. You still have life. You still have opportunities. You still have things that you're supposed to do, things that this world need you to do, people who need you. And I happen to be like one of those people. Okay. Yeah. So like I was crying, which isn't like a weakness. It just shows that it really hurt me. Oh, that unspeakable stuff told me that I am still young. I am still very young, and I still have time to like change myself, change life, redesign this. As long as you're still breathing, you still have hope. You still have life. You still have opportunities. You still have things that you're supposed to do, things that this world need you to do, people who need you. And I happen to be like one of those people. Okay. Yeah. So like I was crying, which isn't like a weakness. It just shows that it really hurt me because I was so close with this kid. I didn't know that he was actually going through a lot. I didn't know. I didn't know up until I don't want to disclose so much. I don't want to disclose so much because I talked to family members and all that. People were close to him and all that, and it really hurt me that he didn't reach out before he made that decision. Yeah, it was a very minor decision. It was just one call away. Just one call away. Everything would have been prevented. Yeah, talking. Talking resolves a lot of things. And whenever I feel like shit, whenever I feel like I'm about to go at that age where I am going to really be at the lowest point in my life, where I just don't know what to do next. I just don't have any hope in my life. I either sit down, maybe watch a movie, maybe distract myself, maybe like conjure those thoughts and tell them that you are trying to kill me. You're trying to kill me. Cause when you like really understand psychology, let me tell you this thing. When you understand psychology, you cannot control your mind. You can't. Your consciousness is something that you are not aware of. You know? Just like your consciousness is not aware of you. That is something that we are never going to understand. So it will tell you things. It will tell you things that will mess with you. That will mess with your mind. That will that will mess with your well-being. Let me say all that kind of thing. So the only way to like really be aligned with your consciousness, because that is like you're like you're like a separate human being. You're like a very separate, as a human you're separated in so many things. You got the physical, you've got the psychological, you got the spiritual, and then you also have something that you don't understand personally. And I'll tell you one thing: the only way to align with all these things is really just be prayerful. Just pray. Be prayerful. Align yourself in a way where you become one being with your mind, your spirituality, and your physical. Because if any of these don't align, then you're just gonna be like messed up. And no other external factor will help you at all. Nothing. Nothing. So I'm at the point in my life where like I am still trying to align myself with everything, and I'm doing good so far. That's the reason why I've made this video, and my friend will continue from here, because like this initially was supposed to be like a live video. I didn't want to like seclude her and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so suicidal rates have increased like very much, especially through like the youth, the younger children. And it is concerning. It is very concerning for everybody. For everybody. This is something that we can never stop as a world, because people don't speak much about it. People don't help much about it individually. They just do it in ways where, like, okay, maybe it's an organization, this and all that kind of stuff. But then, okay, I'm just gonna end here and I'm gonna let my friend continue from where I stopped. Yeah, sorry I look like a vampire. I was just so sad.